Coming up on this episode of NPS Now, a new district-wide Teacher of the Year is named. Students show off their skills at the Fine Arts Festival, and middle school students learn if they have green thumbs. Plus, NPS Sports with Steve Sutmiller, and we'll talk about the upcoming Norfolk Education Foundation Golf Classic. All that and more next on NPS Now. Hello and welcome to NPS Now, your source for news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner. NPS honored its top faculty and staff members at the 2015 Evening of Excellence, which was held at Norview High School. Inspiration Awards were handed out in a variety of categories, including Most Outstanding in Transportation and Most Outstanding in Customer Service. In addition, each school's Teacher of the Year was recognized, and at the end of the night, Desiree DeMarte from Norview High School was named the district-wide Teacher of the Year.
You know, I really love being in the classroom with the kids. They inspire me to do better, and I push them to do the best they can. And I like to win. I like to be number one. I like my kids to be number one, and that's what I push for every day, is for them to be the best they can be.
I go to work every day and do what I do because I enjoy what I do. I don't look for the recognition that it was displayed here tonight, because I get my recognition from making sure my customers have what they need to do their job efficiently and effectively. I have a career span with Norfolk Public Schools for 42 years. I'm a product of Norfolk Public Schools, and I'm here tonight celebrating this special event at my old alma mater, Norview High, from the class of 1982. So I owe the system, and I owe all my colleagues and my co-workers gratitude for the things that they have taught me to make me the person I am today.
A PBIS assembly at Camp Allen Elementary turned into a surprise for one of the school's teachers. Kindergarten teacher Ruth Prattis received the 2015 Virginia Lottery Super Teacher Award. As one of 8 teachers in the state to receive the prize, Ms. Prattis did not see this moment coming.
I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now and just very surprised. I'm very honored and wasn't expecting this at all. The people here are really good secret keepers, I must say.
Ms. Prattis won a check for $2,000 as well as another $2,000 of classroom credit to the supply room companies.
She's very caring to all of her students. She is one of the hardest working teachers that I know, and she definitely deserved it. So we put her in and nominated her, and we're very pleased to hear that she won.
It really feels amazing that other people recognize that and appreciate what I do. But truly, seeing the student progress really has been good for me all these years.
Norfolk Public Schools said goodbye to over 100 employees during the annual retirement ceremony aboard the Spirit of Norfolk. The retirees were individually recognized for their years of service to the district, and afterwards, everyone had a chance to have some fun and celebrate together while cruising down the Elizabeth River. While some employees were retiring from the NPS family after years of employment, some brand new teachers were being welcomed. Nearly 40 new employees with early commitment letters came to Crossroads School to be interviewed by principals with the hopes of being hired and signing a contract.
We are having our contract signing event tonight with our teachers that we met at previous job fairs and college job fairs. They're coming in, they've already been offered early commitment letters, but tonight's the night that they're going to come in and sign their contract. They're also meeting principals so they can find their home for the 15-16 school year.
This event is so beneficial to Norfolk because we are always looking for high quality teachers, and our Human Resources Department has went out and scouted and got top quality candidates for principals to choose from. So I'm very excited about the possibility of selecting new teachers that would fit my building.
Well, I'm excited about starting to work here. I'm very much interested in the preschools, and Norfolk is very interested in having early intervention, which is critical for our children's success as they start school. So I'm anxious to join that team.
Norfolk is a community that I'm familiar with. I went to school out here. I graduated from Old Dominion University. All of my experience with children has been in the Norfolk community. This is a community that I'm passionate about, that I see the need, and it's a need that I'd like to be a part of the difference that's addressing that need.
Parents and students from around the city gathered at Norview High School for Norfolk Public Schools' annual Fine Arts Festival. A variety of all-city bands performed in the auditorium, while spectators in the Commons area enjoyed dozens of pieces of student artwork and even had the opportunity to create a little of their own.
It's a celebration of the arts and what the arts do for students in schools, for them personally. It's the one time we're showing work all together. The performances are together. We have collaboration of music and art, and I think you can see by the work that's up here and the performances the impact that it makes on student lives.
Keeps the creativity up. Love the creativity, keeps them up, keep them going, keep them learn how to use their hands and their mind, and just creativity.
Oh, she loves it. She's walking around taking pictures of her artwork. She actually has 2 in here today. I think it's a wonderful thing. Kids can show their abilities and what they have. Everybody can appreciate it. It's just beautiful.
Thanks to generous grants provided by the Norfolk Education Foundation and Whole Foods, teachers and students at the Academy of International Studies at Rosemont are transforming an abandoned space into an outdoor classroom. These students are not only beautifying the area, they're eagerly gaining valuable hands-on gardening experience.
So we're working on building an outdoor classroom for our school. We want it to be like a lab that teachers can check out and come and sit out here. They don't have to be in the garden. They can just be in a beautiful setting with their class. We also want to integrate the gardening part into all the classes, into the science and history and math. Give the students an opportunity to do the real world hands-on authentic learning.
It's better for everybody because most people don't really get like as much outside time as they need to. So with teachers like bring their students outside, you give students like that fresh air and just that feeling that they can just relax and chill. I just like coming outside and spending time with some of my friends and teachers.
I'm learning different opportunities and how to plant and the special techniques to planting. It's good because then it gets to help everybody out and everybody gets something out of it. My favorite is probably the watering because I love to get wet.
Justice was served for some gifted middle school students from Blair, Ghent, Rosemont, and Norview when they got a chance to participate in mock trials at Norfolk's brand new Circuit Court building. Groups of students were given weeks to prepare for a criminal case, with one group serving as the prosecution and the other acting for the defense. Real judges presided over the trials, and attorneys helped the students prepare for their cases.
Well, they helped us a lot because we've never done this before, so we got to see from their perspective, like the real deal. I've learned like the world of law and like everything that has to go into it.
They taught us like real court situations, and that's how we were able to come here today and do such a great job. This is a great program because it's just so fun, and you get to like really like explore the court.
Well, we hope that they find it meaningful, that they get to see the courthouse, the new courthouse, and the procedures, and to understand that coming to court is about problem solving and presenting a case and understanding the facts and how to communicate that well, and that the judges, the attorneys, and the police officers are here to help solve problems for the citizens of Norfolk.
Seniors in the Medical and Health Specialties program at Maury High School graduated from the program during a special ceremony which took place at Eastern Virginia Medical School. This 29th graduating class heard a valuable message from school board member Dr. Noel Gabriel, who is also a graduate of the program. After various awards and gifts were handed out, all 35 seniors received their medals, signifying their completion of 4 years of hard work.
I learned especially like time management with managing my times and giving back more to the community and helping out with volunteering and making new friends, meeting new people. So I thought this program really taught me a lot and a lot of good life lessons as well.
It's just a tremendous honor. It's a lot of work for 4 years, especially junior year. It's just awesome to be able to have a facility like this to learn in, and the abilities, the things we get to do that other high school students don't get to do. We're the only high school that has anatomy and a cadaver lab every single morning our junior year in the country.
8 post-secondary students from Norfolk Public Schools recently graduated from the Project Search program at Centera Norfolk General Hospital. Project Search enables special needs students to work in various departments of the hospital in order to learn a variety of career skills. The ultimate goal for these student interns is employment. This graduation ceremony was a culmination of the program and gave these young people a chance to celebrate their accomplishments. Preschoolers from around the district got a chance to get up close and personal with animals from the wetlands during their preschool discovery days at Camp Young. While visiting the camp, students were also entertained by the young audiences of Virginia, who introduced them to over 40 creatures that inhabit the wetlands.
Every year we bring our pre-K-4 students out to what we call pre-K discovery days here at Camp Young. So what we're doing is providing an outdoor experience for our children, lots of hands-on activities theme related, and lots of great camp experiences. Well, we are city livers, and many of our children may not have this type of experience where they get to come out into the outdoors, be under the canopy of trees. And so as soon as we can make that happen for them, all the better.
From the time they get off the bus, they look around in awe at the wetland environment. And then when they go, we ask them what was their experience like? And it's always great, wonderful, I want to come back, those type things.
If you haven't signed your 3 or 4-year-old up yet for pre-kindergarten in Norfolk Public Schools, you can do so on Tuesday, June 23rd and Wednesday, June 24th. At Grandy Village Learning Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Don't miss out on this important opportunity. If you have any great story ideas or events happening at your school, please be sure to contact us at NPS News at npsk12.com. More NPS Now after this. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to NPS Now. I'm Steve Settmiller, Senior Coordinator of Athletics. Today we have Darby Moore and Christina Bechera from Maury High School's girls soccer team. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
We have you in here today to talk about the great season that you've had and where you're going this coming week. So let's talk about your season, 14-3. Darby?
I mean, it was pretty incredible. We definitely expected to have a good season, but it was a lot better than we expected. I mean, all of our losses were to extremely good teams, so.
Okay. Christina, that's a good lead-in question. Talk about how Maury has transitioned from the Eastern District to the new Conference 9 and how that's prepared them to get to that regional level and now to the state level where you've gotten to.
Yeah, I think in the past, like our first 2 years when we just had the Eastern District straight into regionals, we would go through Eastern District with no problem, and we'd be in for a reality check our first regional game, and it would just, not necessarily embarrassing, but it would just put us down. We'd just be like, oh, we're not ready for that. We'd always say we're a young team, and so when we got these conference games to like mix in with these more competitive teams, it helped us grow as a team so we can compete with teams that are on the same level as the ones we're going to play in.
And it has been a process. So this is our second year in conference play, and you guys did well last year, but definitely prepared you for the success that you've had this year. So tell us a little bit about the positions that you play for Maury High School.
Well, this year I've played more of a forward role, but when it comes to like bigger games, I like to step into the midfield just because I just like to be a distributor.
Okay. So does that put you in the position to score?
I like to think so. Okay. Yeah, it's easy to go down the middle.
All right. Christina, what about you? What's your role on the team?
For Maury, I play outside back and as well as forward. More so forward this season, but in the bigger games more recently, I've been playing in the back. So.
Okay. What about being a leader on the team? How do you define that?
I mean, we're pretty great captains.
Okay. There you go.
No.
That says a lot. There.
I mean, it's just so much fun to just try to be inspiring to the younger girls. They kind of look at us like we're joking, but it's a fun role to play, like sending out text messages and just trying to pump up the team. And on the field, it's a lot easier to be more of a captain position because, more serious. Yeah, I mean, we're in the middle of a game, and
I
we can
think
tell
we have
people where to
footage of
be.
you definitely taking that lead role.
That's for
as
sure.
a captain. So that's important to have senior leadership for some young girls, because you're laying a foundation and you want that foundation to continue.
Exactly.
So that's great. All right, let's talk about Christina Darby. What makes her good?
Christina's a really hard-working player. She definitely puts her heart, as you said, we have footage of. I really love how she never gives up on the field, and she will step into the plate if she has to just take us further into the game.
Okay, fair game.
Go ahead,
What makes
Christina.
Darby so good?
Well, Darby's just a go-getter. She's a really technical player, so she's able to just get by any player. She can take on 3 players and come out with the ball. So she opens up a lot for us at the forward line and even coming out of the midfield. So.
Now, one thing Darby's gone through this year that is an injury. So talk about playing with an injury, because a lot of people don't do that.
We don't really know what's injured yet, so it's kind of frustrating. I mean, it's just something I have to deal with, really. I like to think it's all mental sometimes, and just keep pushing through.
All right. So, a big game this year. Talk about that Hickory game. That had to be the big game because that got you to the state tournament.
Right. It was a really. Our first half, I just like to say, it was a really, really good first half. We had so many opportunities on goal, and we just couldn't find the back of the net. And honestly, I thought their goal was a little fluke. We had
early.
possession
90%
90% of the time, and they just got that one corner kick. And then our second half, it almost looked like people were starting to give up. Our energy started to lack, and we were just able to have that miracle for that last 78th minute goal from Zoe Smith to go in, and then I think that kind of just got our energy back up, and we can do this, and over time we came back.
So Christina, how do you push through at those moments?
Well, I think with that game specifically, we knew we were the better team, so I think that kept us going because we dominated the whole first half. So we were in the locker room at halftime, no one was mad, just that we couldn't finish. We were just like, guys, come on, we have this. There's no way we're gonna lose this game. So we just went out there, and towards the end, we started losing it, but we just had to be like, guys, our season's on the line. We're too good to let it all go. Yeah, it was scary in this game. It was gonna be our last game.
Yeah. So you get into overtime. So who makes the winning goal? Tell us about it.
Well, to be honest, the only reason I was there was because I was lagging behind. I was struggling.
Well, you struggled in a good spot.
I guess so. It was perfect timing, I guess. And Caitlin Powell played a really good ball back across in the middle, and I just saw that from 20 yards away, and I'm like, I can get to that ball. And I sprinted and I screamed mine, and I finished it.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Excellent shot. All right, let's talk about your coaches, the Boozians. You got 2 special coaches, so go ahead. Talk about that head coach, Christine.
They're both great personalities. I think they've balanced each other out. Christine likes to keep a calm head, and she's our head coach. She definitely is a good position to have as a head coach, and our assistant Boozian, he helps out a lot as well.
Okay. How have the Boozians helped you improve on the field?
Just Christine's always there to motivate me and help me with positional things, and Boozian really helps with the playing and stuff. And he'll go out there and train with me. He'll stay back afterwards and just work on things and do repetition just to make things better and make things stronger. And Christine's great for the mental aspect as well. She'll keep your head in the game, and Boozian will help to keep you technically capable.
They definitely deserve to be at the state level. And,
yes.
And I know they appreciate the talent that they have that's gotten there. And so we wish you good luck in that game next week. But after that, you have some future plans. So, Darby, let's start with you.
Well, I'm going to University of Maryland, College Park to play, and Christina's going to Old Dominion.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's big, the Big Ten, it's Division I, that's pretty significant. What was that process like, being recruited?
Very stressful.
Okay.
It's never really, the recruiting process is very stressful, but you know, getting through it, I wouldn't like put anything, I would definitely do it again if I had to.
All right.
Well, I wouldn't.
As Darby has spoken for you, you're going to Old Dominion.
Sorry, Christina.
So talk about that process. Why did you select Old Dominion? Did you have some other opportunities?
I don't know. Growing up in Norfolk my whole life, I was at like all the ODU camps as a little kid. So it was just kind of cool to have interest from that school, and then I just went from there, and I just really wanted to play for my hometown.
Okay, that's great. So, well, we want to wish both of you good luck this Friday in the state tournament. You're traveling up to Lake Braddock to play the #1 seed from the north. And then we want to wish you good luck in the future at Maryland and Old Dominion, and we'll be following.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sutmiller.
More NPS Now after this.
Welcome back to NPS Now. With us today is Carlos Clanton, the Executive Director for the Norfolk Education Foundation, and John Maddox of RRMM Architects and the Norfolk Education Golf Classic's Chairman. Welcome, gentlemen, for the third year in a row to NPS Now.
Good morning, Karen.
Great to have you all here. We're in the third year, as I said, planning this Golf Classic. What's happening next, Carlos? What's going on with the Golf Classic?
Well, we are counting down. It's June the 19th. And we're going to be at the Sewell's Point golf course this year. And so we're actually in Norfolk.
Yes.
So we're getting ready for an awesome tournament.
John, how did you become involved? I said the third year, but how did you become involved in this Golf Classic?
Well, I met this guy here 3-4 years ago, and I've been involved in a lot of other school divisions that all have golf tournaments to raise money for their foundation. And I asked Carlos, I said, why don't you have a golf tournament? And he looked at me and I said, I guess that means I'm chairing it. So, but basically we jumped in it together and thought it would be a really good thing. It's a major fundraiser for the foundation.
How successful do you think this Golf Classic can be, and with the continuous years of us doing this?
Well, I really think it can be extremely successful because we really try to pay attention to detail. We look at things that other school divisions are doing and how they're running their tournaments. We've learned from that. And we've learned over the last 2 years, this will be 3, and we just seem to keep making it better. You know, you always learn from what you do the year before.
So I take it you need sponsors to make a Golf Classic successful.
Look, you can only put so many golfers on the golf course. We are doing a morning and an afternoon flight, but you can only get so many golfers in, and you can only charge so much per golfer in Chesapeake or Norfolk in this area. Mm-hmm. And so the big deal is the sponsors. When the sponsors come on board, that's when we really make money.
Mm-hmm. Carlos, who are some of our sponsors and players this year?
Well, you have, of course, RRMM Architects, Old Point, National Bank, ESI, you've got Town Bank, a lot of our vendors, a lot of individuals who do work with the school district. And really, when you think about sponsorship, you think about an opportunity to really show that relationship and connection to supporting public education and supporting the work that Norfolk Public Schools does. So you have we've got some former, pro athletes that come out, and but you've got some folks who think they are PGA and not so close to it, but we have some healthy competition that actually going on. I mean, our school board members. I mean, it's just a really great time of community coming together to support public education and just to have a really great day of camaraderie. The first year we had great weather. It was a little overcast. Last year it was hot as Dickens, but it was, so this year we're hoping to get a medium between the two, but it's a great time.
It's a great way to create relationships too. You see people that you may not see them for 6 months. Mm-hmm. And you recreate those connections, and that's what it's all about too.
What type of sponsorships and how much, and what are we trying to raise this year?
Well, we set an aggressive goal for 60,000, and each year we keep getting closer and closer to that. So 60,000 is the net amount that we like to be able to raise, and the way that, like John said, that you get to that is through sponsorship. So those are those individuals who sponsor anything from an activity that may be or a contest. You know, you got your closest to the pin, longest drive, putting contest, your activities, which may be the luncheon or the dinner awards. One of the things that people constantly talk about our tournament is that, you know, we feed you. And as you can see, we love to eat. So we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so we have a 19th hole reception. So at the end of the day, we've got live jazz music provided by the O Band. It's just a great time where folks come out and, you know, they network and great relationships.
Well, and don't forget about the raffle.
Yes, and so we have raffles that are going on, and we've got some great things. We've got a helmet that's coming in that Steve Sutmiller should have gotten signed by now by our own Cam Chancellor from the Seattle Seahawks, and then, of course, you know, for all those Redskins and Cowboy fans out there, you have an official NFL helmet that they really jump on.
Right, and last year you had some of our students playing.
Yes, and so this will be the second year that we're doing the Superintendent's Cup. So we have a team from each one of our 5 high schools, and those students compete in the morning, and the top performing team that come out of there gets to have the coveted Superintendent's Cup, and so it travels. So this year it's currently at Norview High School, so you know, we'll try to see if Maury can get it this year.
Ah, wait a minute, my son's playing this year. Booker T's going to be there, so it's up in the air. So we're going to a new golf course this year.
Yeah.
Yes, it's on the base, right? I haven't actually ever played there as much as I play golf.
So we call it a hidden gem in Norfolk. It is on the base. It's Sewell's Point. So you know, in order to be there, you have to have an invitation from the Navy, and which again shows another great partnership between the naval community and Norfolk Public Schools. And so we're going to be there. A lot of people haven't played on this course. It's a pristine, beautiful course, and so individuals will have an opportunity to get out there and to play on a course if they're golfers that they may not have had an opportunity for. So it's going to be exciting.
You know, one point I want to make too, the morning flight when the students are playing, that's a no alcohol event, the morning flight. The afternoon there is alcohol available, beer, whatever on the course. So there is a difference. So for parents that are thinking about their kids playing in the morning, there will be a no alcohol policy in the morning.
Okay,
exactly.
great. Okay. And this is also what a great networking opportunity for the golfers.
It really is.
Wow.
A lot of us see each other at different tournaments, and so it keeps relationships up.
What keeps you I mean, you not only do you work as the chairman of this, but you do other events and serve on other boards. How do you keep things rolling? And does that help you with connections and relationships and help build this?
Absolutely. All those connections work. I think I'm on 7 different boards. So.
Are you on 7 different golf classics too?
No, I can't.
No, we try to keep John locked in for ours.
I play in a couple of the others, but I don't chair them or help run them.
We appreciate you, and I know Carlos does too.
Yes.
So if anyone's interested in sponsoring, being a sponsor, or even playing and getting a team together, how can they contact you?
And I will say this, that sponsorships range. I mean, you can even be a whole sponsor for like $250, or you can be one of our large activity sponsors, which may be a couple thousand. But they can visit, we have our own website for the golf tournament, which is NEFGolfClassic.com, or they can call the office at 628-1172. Again, at 628-1172.
Okay, and give the date, time, and information again.
Again, it's on June the 19th. We have a double shotgun, so we start at 7:30 in the morning, and then we have another one that starts at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon.
Great. Thank you both for coming on the show
You're
again
welcome.
to talk about the Golf Classic.
It's great
I'm
to see you
excited to
again.
be there. You too, John. Thank you.
Yep.
And we want to thank you for watching NPS Now. It airs weekly on WNPS Channel 47, or you can view us online at www.npsk12.com. If you have any great story ideas or information you'd like to share, email us at npsnews@npsk12.com. Again, thank you for watching NPS Now.